And we're sitting down once again with the effortless girl, Julie Lovin. Now, Julie, this time of year, the pine trees are releasing their cones onto the ground. You're stepping on them everywhere you walk. But you have a very, very clever idea for taking those pine cones and making something beautiful with them. Tell us a little bit about today's craft.
So today's project is incredibly simple. All I had to do is go outside, collect different sizes, different kinds of pine cones. If you just have one kind, that's fine. Or go on a nature walk. And we're going to make, and I'm going to hold up, there's lots of variations of this, so you can kind of pick and choose what you like, what spray paint color you want. I use gold spray paint. I use paper towel inside the cardboard insert in the middle of paper towel or toilet tissue rolls to cut for the napkin ring itself. But this one is just a pine cone. I spray painted that gold. I glued it onto the towel roll. This one, I used a wooden ring. So these are a little bit larger, but I think they're so elegant. They cost probably 10 cents, maybe 15 cents to make. Very, very affordable. I'm just gonna keep showing you and then we're gonna make one. These are with smaller pine cones, so if you don't have access to this size, this is a pretty standard baby cones, I'll call them. If you don't like the gold and paint, you don't want to paint, that's fine. Do the rustic look. I wrapped twine around this one. That's very popular for farmhouse decor. This one is a pine cone with a wooden ring that's just bare. This one's another wooden ring with just the small pine cones. So I could keep going on like Forrest Gump and the shrimp. There's lots and lots of choices, and basically use what you have access to, or what your, decor theme is. These carry very well into Thanksgiving, Christmas, with the gold, even into New Year's Eve. You can use them year after year. So once you make them, you can gift them. Right now, this is a very inexpensive gift if you have teachers or friends or a group that you need to make for. A set of these is under $1. So you can totally, very, very versatile, inexpensive gift. And I love them. I think they're so elegant.
Now, if someone doesn't have access to pine cones, even though they're all over the place here in northern Michigan, could you use something like acorn, something else that's still symbolic?
You're an honorary effortless girl.
Yeah.
You can. Any kind of you could even use berries, the holly berries, or anything like that that's just bringing the outside in a little bit organic, something that you also don't have to pay for. So be a little bit creative. If pine cones aren't your thing, that's okay. There's plenty of other fall foliage out there that you can also use. But what you want to do if you're painting is, I spray painted these gold already. I cut them into sections. One paper towel roll makes about 3 to 4 napkin rings. A toilet tissue roll makes 2. So that gives you kind of a gauge. You probably need a couple of paper towel rolls, so save those. I use hot glue because it's faster. You can use regular glue. It just takes a little bit longer to dry. I also painted the pine cones ahead of time and let those dry. And then just a little dot of hot glue and affix your pine cone, and then let that dry. And that's done.
Done.
Yep.
Easy peasy.
Yep.
And
I think it's incredibly elegant. If you had to buy this in a store, that would be like $5 versus 10 cents. So that kind of gives you a gauge of, if you're going to make a set of 10, you're spending $50 versus $1.
Yeah. This is such a clever idea and such a great way to utilize stuff that you find on the ground everywhere this time of year here in northern Michigan.
And I think everybody thinks it's something that's very cool. It gives you a little story to tell. Kids can make this as long as you help the littles with the hot glue. Teenagers could definitely make this. So I think it's super, super versatile and a great idea for anybody that's on a budget or just not wanting to spend a certain amount of money. And they're beautiful.
They really are.
They look incredibly high end, and they would add to any, you can make some branches, some larger pine cones, maybe some leaves and pumpkins that we've already made on the show, and a very, very elegant table setting for very, very low cost.
And the versatility of this. I mean, it's even other times a year, like for instance, the rustic one you made, that could be used all year round.
All the year. And it's not going to rot. It's not something that's going to, break down as far as stuff from the outside. And I think that is really, really pretty. And you could gift that as well. And that's versatile for throughout the year for your guests.
Absolutely. Now, Julie, where can people go for more information and more great craft ideas just like this one?
All of these holiday ideas will be on effortlessgirl.com or Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at The Effortless Girl.
And as always, we're going to make sure that all the links you need, all the information to connect with Julie, as well as recreate this craft at home, it's all going to be available after the show today on 9and10news.com.